I think I mean, but a punch by Mike Tyson, you could potentially die from either of these. Like Mike Tyson, obviously one of the most powerful heavyweights that has ever lived. But then you get to say you've been punched by Mike Tyson. Like, you wouldn't want to tell anyone that you'd been laid on by a 400-pound man, would you? That you'd bit the people. Hello, and welcome to another Would You Rather. Again, I've not started the screen, but we'll start it now. And we'll get straight into it. Let's have a look. So, would you rather? Would you rather get punched by Mike Tyson or get laid on by a 400-pound man? That's a really difficult one, because being laid on by a 400-pound man would be suffocating. Like, it wouldn't crush you, but it kind of would crush you as well. Like, 400 pounds, Jesus Christ. I'm guessing, well, yeah, I'm guessing that they're just like that show 400-pound Life or something like that. They just can't really move and they're laying on you. Yeah, I think I mean, but a punch by Mike Tyson, you could potentially die from either of these. Like, Mike Tyson, obviously one of the most powerful heavyweights that has ever lived. But then you get to say you've been punched by Mike Tyson. Like, you wouldn't want to tell anyone that you'd been laid on by a 400-pound man, would you? That you'd bit the people. It's a much better story. It's like, oh, how comes you're in a coma? Oh, I got punched by Mike Tyson and it put me in a coma. Everyone would be like, oh, mate, that's fucking awesome. Rather than, how are you in a coma? Oh, well, a 400-pound man was laid on me. What? A 400-pound man laid on me. Oh God, is that like a sex thing? No, it wasn't a sex thing. It was just it sounds like a sex thing, man. It sounds like a sex. It's not. I promise. I don't like 400-pound men. Well, why did you do it then? Well, I don't know. It was either or, and I had to go for one. What? And you went for that instead of being punched by Mike Tyson? Are you mental? Yeah, you got a point. Yeah, I think judging on that conversation that I've just had, I'd rather be punched by Mike Tyson. 66% of people agree. There's 44% of people out there that are really scared of getting punched. Although by Mike Tyson, I don't. Drown in a tsunami or burn in a volcano. Well, the interesting thing with a volcano is that magma or lava, if you fell in, if you didn't burn on the outside, because you can set fire on the outside because it gets so hot, but if you fell in, it would be even worse, because it's like liquid rock. It's hot liquid rock. So if you fell in, there would be a point where, I don't know if you've seen those videos where people can run across custard. It would be like that. So you wouldn't be able to run across it because it would be so hot that it would be melting your feet within your shoes. So you would be slowly melting and kind of slowly going down into it until until the buoyancy came out, and then you'd probably end up kind of laying on top of the crust and slowly burning to death, and that would be fucking horrendous. So I'd drown in a tsunami, because if you got hit by the tsunami, the equivalent of a bajillion tons of water just coming down upon you, you wouldn't drown, you'd just be crushed to death. And I feel like that would be a better way to go than falling or burning in a volcano. So I'm going to go for tsunami. 54% of people agree with me. What's next? Okay, so you get cake for life, okay, but you're a pony from the main 6 in MLP. I don't know what any of that means. We're going to skip this one. Would you rather look at images of sexy ladies or look at images of Russian ladies. Somebody's got something against Russian ladies here. I mean, Russian ladies are quite well known to be very attractive women, and there's actually more women in Russia than there are men in Russia, which is why they've got like the stereotypical kind of Russian woman's, like, you know, you kind of blonde, bleached blonde hair and Russian accent, which is kind of sexy, and then your fake tits and stuff. But look at image. It doesn't really matter. I'd look at images. These are terrible. I'd look at images of either of those. Let's just go for sexy ladies. 69% of people agree, and that's a terrible one. That's a terrible one. Would you rather have lice that you can't get rid of, or keep your hair shaved forever? I'd rather just shave my head. There's no way I'm keeping lice. No. Just because of the stigma that's attached to it, really. Because lice actually only go to clean hair. This is like a Would You Rather and a science program today. I told you about all of the tsunami and lava, and now I'm telling you about head lice. But head lice only go to clean hair. Factually, they only go to clean hair. They don't like dirty hair. So it's just a stigma behind it. Like, they're not very nice. Lice aren't very nice. You don't want to see them crawling around in someone's hair, and you don't really want to be sharing a pillow with somebody that's good, because you don't want lice. Even though they only go to clean hair, you don't want them. You know, you don't like. It's technically something, you know, that comes about from being very clean. But, well, is it though? Is it? That's what people. That's actually that might just be bullshit that my mum told me a long time ago to make me feel better about having lice in my hair. Because if you think about all the lice that people had in the German concentration camps and things like that, like, were they clean? Probably not. The only showers they had were gas showers. So, yeah, I'd rather. But anyway, rather than having lice, I'd rather just shave my head. I look like I've got a shaved head now anyway. I haven't got long hair, for anyone that's watched any of my videos. But yeah, I just shave my head easy. Only 20 out of 7, almost 8,000 people, only 29% of those people would rather shave their head for the rest of their life than have lice. Well, yeah, fair play. Well, maybe they believe in all the you know, lice only goes to clean hair and all that stuff, but I don't think I could do it. I'm not as brave as that. I think the stigma would be too much for me. But anyway, so this one's for next time. So would you rather get cancer and suffer for a year, or watch your mum suffer of cancer and die? Oh my god, that one's horrendous. But for anyone that watches this, what would you rather? Put it in the comments below, and feel free to subscribe or do whatever. I don't really mind. Up to you. Cheers.